Greetings, my name is Ben, aka Downsize It, and today I am joined by Social General Rob and Buster, aka Banshee, for a very serious matter. There is war brewing up in our
Canadian sector from our northern brothers in Alberta.
Warlord Maxwell Silver is encroaching on the rightful governorship of Maxwell's, and the righteous defenders, also known as the Buckeyes, must fend off this evil encroachment by Maxwell. And I just want to say I was so pleased when I received a communique from Maxwell's to hear him mention my Buckeyes and how much he loved them. He said something about a team up north. I didn't even register, but he mentioned the Buckeyes.
The fleet name is not quite the name as Buckeyes, though, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's Edmonton.
Edmonton?
That's an but the Edmonton is just a subsidiary of the Buckeyes.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So,
gotcha.
I would like to, it just warms my heart to know that this planetary governor, known as Matt Soms, is also a Buckeye fan and bleeds scarlet and gray.
They think so much of them.
Yes, yes. And in your honor, as we are preparing to defend this Alberta governorship, all of my ships have been named after famous Buckeyes.
Oh, really? Do you mind?
So, yes, so we have the command ship, the consular, the running back, you could say, is none other than Heisman winner Eddie George. And the GRS Eddie George. Then the Pelta, which is the fullback, is none other than two-time Heisman winner Archie Griffin. By the way, the only two-time Heisman winner in all of college football history. Just thought I would point that out to everybody watching. He's a Buckeye.
Well, it's good to know the history.
Yes.
It really is good to know the history.
Yes. And then we have, how can we have, the Venator that has the fleet command on it.
Right.
We have to have the best commander in the history of the Buckeyes. So this is the GSR Woody Hayes.
Woody Hayes. Got it.
Nice. And going to be putting out lots of hurt, just like Woody Hayes likes to put out lots of hurt by punching out student athletes.
Yes.
For those that didn't know that. And then finally, the numbered Venator. I mean, we need a good
number, right?
A good linebacker, someone that can take out opposing forces.
Yes.
That is none other than James Laurinaitis, the best middle linebacker the Buckeyes have ever had. Putting a lot of hurt on a certain team up north throughout his storied career in the 2000s. So,
interesting to hear more about that lore later, I'm sure.
And we're also very pleased to be joined. I mean, no Buckeye fleet would be complete without being joined by members of the best damn band in the land, which is led by Luminara and Julie, who will be dotting the I after we do Script, Ohio, and a couple of V-19 escorts. So, yes, this is the Buckeye fleet. We are going to defend Alberta from the aggressions of Maxwell Silver and the commander that Maxwell has chosen, which is the Banshee.
So wow, Commander Banshee, would you mind? Anyways, would you mind telling us about your fleet? And do you have anything to say about your fleet?
Well,
Captain
I thought
Maxwell
this was vacation time, so I brought my vacation shirt. So
you did not get the communique? I know Captain Maxwell sent me an important communique. He was very, very upset that you got this communique.
I think it was intercepted by rebel spies.
Rebels? There's no such thing as rebel spies.
Oh yes.
Boffins?
Yeah.
And I was playing the Boffins.
So
anyway.
So I gotta get into gear here. I mean, my mind is not in it. I'm expecting to run a lot of squadrons. Okay.
Please stop. No, stop. Captain Maxwell, I'm sorry. We have to fix this. One moment while I debrief this command of the Imperial office. One moment, please. Now, do you understand what I was telling you?
Yes, I've got my Imperial Squadron shirt on. Corsican training. I'm ready. Give me some TIE fighters, sir. They will die.
Did you not read the debriefing? There was no squadrons on this thing. This is a full-on... Gosh. Excuse me.
Wait a second.
Excuse us.
None of this is surprising to me.
I feel fully motivated to charge forward, but not too fast, but just fast enough.
No.
Yes, sir. I'm ready now to to jump in fast, but not too fast, just at the right distance without alerting the enemy fleet, but not too far away,
And
to
you
give them
can't
a chance to return fire, sir.
But good luck, Captain Maxwell. You're going to need it.
As we can see, as we've also seen for the past 20 years, the coaching on the Buckeye side is far superior to those of the Imperial side, the team up north side, which we will not speak of. But that is, we all know that if we've been paying attention the past 20 years. And we will see in this battle the results of the past 20 years, yet another Republic Buckeye victory for Alberta. So coming up next, we'll go over the fleets and the mission, and then you will hear some backstory about the history of this conflict while the two forces deploy in a sped-up overlay. For the defending Buckeye fleet, we have the GSR Eddie George, a Consular armed cruiser with Bail Organa, the Radiant 7 title, munitions resupply, and clone navigation officer. The GSR Archie Griffin with the Pelta medical frigate, parts resupply, and the TB-73 title. We have the GSR Woody Hayes, a Venator 1 with ordnance experts, take evasive action, a Spot T, and external racks. And then the GSR James Laurinaitis with ordnance experts, mercy mission, a Spot T, and external racks. And for the best damn band in the land, we have Luminara Unduli leading the pack and dotting the I, and 2 V-19 Torrent squadrons. For the Imperials, and the list submitted by Maxwell Silver, we have Admiral Ozzel on a Raider 1 with Iden Versio and ordnance experts. 2 ISD Kuat refits, both with intel officer, ordnance experts, hardened bulkheads, electronic countermeasures, leading shots, and assault concussion missiles, and a Gazanti cruiser with comms net. Both fleets came in with a significant bid. Maxwell Silver's Vile fleet at 391 points, and the Justin True Buckeye fleet submitted by Matt Soms, the superfan, at 393 points. So Buster, aka Vance, you will have the choice whether or not to be first or second player, which we will find out coming up soon.
As the war escalates in the Canadian sector, the downsizer commanders are called upon to settle differences before it's too late. Captain Matt Soms of the TD Etivan Defense Force has called for Admiral Ben to support the planet of Alberta with rich East resources by leading its Republic fleet. Unfortunately, Captain Maxwell of the Silver Detachment has called for Lieutenant Colonel Buster of the famed Banshees to advise Admiral Oswell's expeditionary force to take the much-needed resources for Alberta for the Empire. Both commanders are escorted in the Golden Goose, Social General Robert's personal YT-2400, where they discuss their fleets.
Okay, so now that you guys have seen the fleets, and also a brief history of what's going on in this epic conflict,
Or what should be going on in some sectors.
we need to hear about the mission. So I believe the aggressors have the choice in this matter, what they want to do.
So, I mean, looking at this, I thought, my goodness, with the force battle value coming in as low as it is, first player, absolutely. No, just kidding. This force here is really designed to be the second player. So hopefully, and I like being second player, so that might be the reason that I was asked to run this Imperial fleet. That's what so I will I'll work my best to work all these capital ships. This is more ships than I think I've ever run at one time. This is 4 ships, my goodness. Anyway, but I got a lot of firepower. and I plan on making the most of that. We have the infested asteroid field, which we set up.
So since the Imperials did defer, I did have to choose from your missions, which were surprise attack. We're not surprised. We knew this was coming. Asteroid tactics and infested fields, which are pretty much the same, but with infested fields, there's valuable resources here on our planet we're defending. I need to make sure that we recover those before this invasion begins. So that's why I chose infested fields.
It's probably the best of the three, because there's the second one, the asteroid tactics really gives the second player way too many advantages.
A lot of advantages with being able to put all the obstacles out. And since I have squadrons and infested fields, this is, I think, one of the only missions in the game where squadrons can pick up objective tokens. It's usually at ships. And so, since I have squads and you have none, I figured I'd use that to my advantage to try to get some points on the board earlier.
Now, I can tell you that I'm giving up the whole thing here. It's all or nothing. If I don't wipe his fleet out, that's it. Because he's going to get every single one of these.
I'm sorry, what did you say? If you are Imperial, these are derelicts. These are old ships. What are you talking about? If you got state of the art, you have state of the art modern technology.
I mean, which
Alberta has got these. We don't even know if they're clones on it. I mean, are there clones on it?
Yes.
Oh, there are clones on it. See, they're derelicts. The clones are like 50 years old, if not older.
Then they should be dead.
Exactly. Then it should be easy for you. And what? Not if. Then why do you say if?
Okay, so when I wipe the fleet, we will be there. Oh, me of little faith.
So, what's your thought? You should be seeing some of the pictures by now. I've already seen them of our final deployment and setup. What are your thoughts on your overall strategy for how you set up and what your plan is?
Yeah, I'm going to take what I've got here, converge, and try to take out one of your big ships quickly. And then I know you're going fast, but I'm going to be going pretty fast too.
Yeah.
The idea is to, I'm still a second player. I'm going to try to work the first shot, but that's tough to do.
Yeah.
But he's going really fast because he has to converge his fleet so that he can bring mass firepower.
Because I cannot split mine. I will be ecstatic if I even kill one of your Kuats. There's no way I'm killing two. I think that's just statistically impossible based on the upgrades you have on them and the firepower that I have. But my goal is to try not to get tracked by your Kuats. And like you said, converge all my firepower on one while staying away from the other, if I can make that happen. While at the same time, getting the football that's on the console over here into your end zone.
Which is a bit of a distraction for me.
Yes.
I actually, and I think it's pretty obvious for anyone who's played the game for a while. My fleet is going to try to take out his big ship there while taking out the running back, going for the touchdown. Pelt is going to have to be dealt with at some point. He's going to end up double teaming this Kuat. If any Kuat goes down, it's going to be the one on the left here.
That is going to be my target.
Yeah, and that'll be his target.
No surprise anybody.
Yeah, right. So we're both doing a pincher on a ship.
Yeah.
And we'll just see how it goes.
Yeah, whoever can get it first, basically. So
We'll be choked up right by the end of this. But anyway, all these ifs.
So this is actually going to be a very fun match. For those that don't know the backstory, this is actually Maxwell Silver and Matt Soms sent us these fleets. Matt wanted me to run his, and Max wanted Buster to run his. And this is the battle for Alberta. We have a conflict from our Canadian fellows, and we are going to be putting that conflict to rest once and for all. Or maybe not once and for all. I'm sure there might be rematches in the future, potentially, how this goes.
And just I did look at it. I studied it with my limited experience, especially no tournament play experience and limited experience here, with the team. I have studied it, and what I've noted, and maybe I'm oversimplifying it, but this fleet that I'm running has made the decisions from 4 on the command dials down for me to 2.
Yeah.
It's either going to be blasting or fixing.
Yeah.
One of the 2.
Because you don't need navigating, because you got also, and you don't need squadrons, because you have no squadrons.
Right.
So
So blasty and fixie all day. So
At its foundation, your fleet is actually pretty simple.
it is.
Yes.
And pretty brute force simple, actually.
Yep.
So not a lot of complication in it.
And the Gazinti's going to give me something. I don't know what yet. Because, it's like maneuver tokens. I did learn something as I've studied this and today, that you can jump up more than one speed increment. So if you've got a style, and you've got a token, and you've got a nozzle, you could go from 1 to 4.
Yeah.
So shoot, 0 to 3.
Yeah, 0 to 3. Yeah. So
Or back.
Yeah.
And shoot, I might just show off and go from 2 to 3 to 2.
Boom, 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 boom.
Boom, boom,
Why
boom.
not?
Yeah.
Why not? Just because you can, right?
Just
Yeah.
because it's
So.
It's going to be my 1-2. Okay.
Yeah, most likely your comm setting is going to be helping you get your engineering tokens to refresh your electronic countermeasures. Because that's what the main worry for me here is that I'm not going to be able to stop your brace reliably. So I'm basically going to be having to attack you with half damage on one of my big shots. That's why I need weight of firepower to be able to drop one of these Kuats. Because I can't do it one-on-one. And especially, and I have to be careful because my Ven 1s have no defensive upgrades. And if you tee off hard with this Kuat, you could almost one-shot a Venator with a Kuat if you roll hot enough.
Yeah, I still live by the belief that any ship, don't care what size it is, takes 2 turns to be destroyed.
Yeah.
That's just rule of thumb. If you think you're going to drop a ship in 1 turn, you'll be sorely disappointed.
Yeah. Go for 2, but it's one of those, you're far more defensible than I am. So I have to play better offense than you can play defense is what it's going to have to look like.
And to give you an idea of how little I know about this, he just told me, I thought this thing just refreshed itself. So I'm glad now he said that.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, we want this to be a fair game. I don't want you to just have to be like, oh wait, I wasn't prepped for this.
As I told Maxwell and Matt that I would be assisting Buster for rules wise. He will have he will have all his own movements and decisions he wants on everything else. But for basic rules stuff like that, I'll be assisting. So.
And in case you're wondering, Buster, and this is for people that are reading cards.
Yeah.
So we actually have a couple examples here. So assault concussion missiles and also intel officer.
Mm-hmm.
When you see the symbol, when you have the rotating arrows, that means they exhaust and refresh automatically on their own.
Right.
When you have just the single arrow, and you have like the red column here, it means that it exhausts, and the only way to refresh it is by spending an indicated token that's in the column on the red column. For anybody that might be new to how the symbology works on the new upgrade cards, etc.
That is good to know.
Yes. All right. So now that we've gone over.
Did you go briefly?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I've got my football. Trying to get to the end zone with the mercy mission. Eddie George. Gotta trust Eddie George to do that. And then we've got Woody Hayes. We've got James Laurinaitis, and we've got Archie Griffin. They're going to be my pincers moving in and trying to isolate it. It's going to be this Kuat right here. I'm going to have to isolate this Kuat and try to take it out while avoiding this Kuat and not getting double teamed myself. That's going to be the goal.
Now,
You just got to make sure that that's not a hardball.
Actually, I want it to be Harbaugh.
He does, yeah. He does.
Because he actually hasn't done much of anything.
Oh,
You know that. Yeah. How's Harbaugh been doing for you? Anyway, before I throw any more gasoline on the fire, let's move on to round 1. Start of round 1. Some pre-game things to let you know. Of course, Mercy Mission is on the Consular in the hands of Eddie George. Bail Organa, I have 5 engineering tokens and 1 navigate, or 4 engineering tokens and 1 navigate. And then, of course, I'm going to try to skirt the edge and potentially even, I don't think Buster will take this bait, but maybe tempt him to try to chase the rabbit. We'll see. My squadrons, I just placed out, their only purpose in this game is to pick up the victory tokens and give myself 75 free points. And then we have Woody Hayes. He's in a tough spot. I was trying to figure out where Buster was going to place the other Star Destroyer, so I'm going to have to do some shenanigans to maybe reposition him. Then we have Archie Griffin and James Laurinaitis. They're going to be my primary dynamic duo, focusing down this Kuat. It comes around the edge. Going with Archie Griffin. It is a navigate. I'll be using it to slow down to speed 1. Before that happens though, I am distributing parts resupply. Gave an engineering token to himself, and 1 to Laurinaitis, and 1 also to Woody Hayes. And I'm just going speed 1 and just a slight turn.
To the left, it has an engineering. And with that engineering, I'm going to take an engineering token. I'll get that bit. And I'm going to go ahead and stay at speed 2. And use that really amazing maneuverability these things have at speed 2 to start doing a hard starboard turn.
Alright, going with Laurinaitis. It is a navigate. I'm going to use it to get an extra click at the 3 here. So, start moving in between the asteroid fields. Then I decide if I want to place my spot token this early. Thinking I might. Let's see. Reposition this so you guys can kind of see what I'm contemplating. I go there. Go here. Let's slow down. I don't think it's a bad thing to start getting these going. So I am going to go and place my spot token. It's for my super laser. I said like so.
So, Byzantium next. It's got a maneuver. I'm going to take a token. And then that token I'm going to immediately send to this big ship right next to it with using the Comstat. And I can only do that to one other ship, right?
Correct.
Right. Yeah, so. And then it's going to continue moving 1. Locking that in, using the 2 clicks. And coming in there. Right.
Alright, we're going to go with Woody Hayes. It is a navigate. I'm going to use it, get an extra click at the 2. And I am going to be landing on this asteroid, but that's okay. Pick up a victory token. And we can heal that later. So let's find out what my crit is. It's going to be thruster malfunction. The yaw value for my last joint is reduced by 1. It's 0 anyway. So that's actually not as bad as it could have been. And then I'm going to place the spot token for this Venator. Go ahead and like so.
So, revealing for the other Kuat, it's an engineering. I'll take an engineering token. It's me right where I want to be. Okay.
We got Eddie George. To navigate. I'll be using Clo Navigation Officer. I'll be tapping him to then send a navigate over to Woody Hayes, a navigate token. And then I am going to be tapping Munitions Resupply to send a Concentrate Fire token over to Woody Hayes. And then with my navigate, I have a choice to make. Do I want to speed up, slow down? How do I want to turn? That sort of thing. Actually, I'm going to stay at speed 2 to get an extra click at the 2 to do a hard turn in, like so. And not necessarily going to try to go for the edge, because this consular actually has support abilities that I kind of want.
So where we are. Muzzle is a concentrate fire. You'll take the token. That's what I'm going to do, just because it looks like fun.
Okay, so we've got squadron phase, so we'll do this live for everybody, because there is stuff going on. First we start with our Exogorths. So you get to pick the first one to attack. Just, you know, this one has no targets to attack, because they only attack squads. and not in range.
Wait, they don't attack ships?
They do not. If you land on one, they do 1 damage to a ship, but they do not attack ships.
Oh, I did not know that. Okay.
But this escort is in range to attack this squad. So
And
you
there
get
is no obstruction, if I remember correctly.
correct. Yeah, they are not obstructed by their own obstacle. So you get to throw 3 blue dice.
3 blue dice.
We'll just do this here. I'm not going to go to the trade for this. But
3 blue dice. So,
Yep.
Oh wait, is this one not in range?
no, it's distance 1.
It is only distance 1. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's distance 1. I'm thinking the bastard.
Yeah, distance 1 to 2 is how far you're going to move the obstacles after they do their attacks.
Okay, so there, and it's from the escort, not the obstacle that it's attached to.
Correct.
Okay, well, here we go. Look at that one. Survey says 1 hit.
1 damage. I'm fine with taking that. Alright, and then this one has no attacks here. Alright, so now you get to move these 2 obstacles distance 1 to 2.
Can I put it underneath your ship?
No, they cannot. When you move obstacles, they cannot overlap ships. Or other obstacles.
And the other one. It's a debris field, right?
Yes.
2 damage on the shield.
Yep. Or the hull if you got no shields left on your ship, which I found out the hard way. Well, didn't find out, but just did that. And ended up killing Thrawn during the tournament.
And I can't put it on the squadron?
Correct. When moving obstacles, they cannot overlap. You can move through, but they can't end overlapping. But yeah, you can fit that in between those 2.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Okay.
Alrighty, well I'm going to pick up some objective tokens now, do my squad movement. So Luminara, move speed 4, plenty of range to get to this one. Pick that one up. And then this V19 is going to just shift up here and grab this one. And then this V19 is going to jump over to this asteroid here and grab that one there. And then Buster, you get to place the Exogorths. So now there are no more restrictions. This mission, the Exogorths can be on the same obstacle.
They're both hungry.
Yes. You want to chew on a V19.
Yep.
And that is the damaged one. They can definitely eat it next turn for sure.
We're gonna try.
Alright, well coming up next will be the start of round 2. Okay, start of round 2. Currently, the Republic, the Buckeye Fleet, has 4 objective tokens. Victory tokens, I should say. I did refresh Clone Navigation Officer with its own token. And I did refresh the spot cannon on Woody Hayes and activated Take Evasive Action. So you can see the results here. Things are going to start heating up for sure. There's going to be some interesting choices that need to be made across the fleet. Like who goes first, etc. We'll see what happens, especially with how Buster decides to start maneuvering his forces. Okay, we're going to go with Eddie George. It's a Navigate. I'm going to use Clone Nav Officer to give himself a Nav token and use the dial and token to jump up to speed 4. Getting an extra click here from the dial, an extra click here from Take Evasive Action. And start running between the tackles, so to speak. Yep.
Not to be outdone by that amazing bit of running the George character there. Ozzel will activate first. It's a maneuver. Woo-hoo. He will use that to increase his speed to 3, and his innate ability will push out another speed, so he's going to go up to speed 4 himself. He's going to give it a nice wide berth.
I'm going to Eddie George. It is a Navigate. I'm going to use it to speed up to 1. Getting an extra click at the 1 from the dial. I'm going to try to maneuver to where I don't ram and I don't land on this debris field. I don't know if it's possible. And look at that. Expert running right, the double Heisman winner right there. Missing both.
It's a shooting.
Straight fire.
Yeah.
Do have long range into my side or rear.
Yeah.
So whichever your option is.
I'll probably go into the rear. Do you see any reason not to? You have salvo?
I do. But my salvo at this range is just 1 red. Yep, starting off 3 reds. Long range into the rear.
And
Oh man.
wow. Yeah, there's some good roll in there.
Yeah, well,
I'll throw in my concentrate fire.
well, first you decide if you want to use Intel Officer.
I'm going to use Intel Officer, and I want to stop that salvo back.
Okay, so you're not stopping it. You,
Right,
if I spend it, I have to discard it. Yeah,
Brother, you cannot get any free shots.
correct.
Yeah, 2 credit.
So 2 damage. Since this is the only, well, it's not the only shot coming in on me. And this is into my rear. I'll go ahead and use my redirect and send it over to my starboard side. Both of them. So starboard side goes down.
Also commands him to slow down back to speed 2 and start making a tight turn to port, which he is doing. And while the ship models are going to overlap, the ships are not.
Actually, not quite. Hitting right in the little V there.
Perfect.
So, all right, Woody Hayes is ready to lay down some pain. So it is a navigate. I'll be using one of my Bale engineering tokens to give him also an engineering dial. And he'll be using the dial plus a token he had from last turn to get 6 engineering points. We'll use 3 of those to heal my critical effect that I have. 1 of those then to heal a shield on the starboard side. 1 left over, that's okay. And then we have my ignition attack. The first one, I do have effective close range into the front with the Spa T cannon. And then just kind of as a pot shot, maybe to start working on it, because I have it aside to front of the numbered Star Destroyer. Starting with the Spa T shot, 5 blue and a black, so it is effective close range from the token. Not terrible. Then I do have, that was a hit. And then I do have Ordnance Expert, so we'll use that here. Alright, so 5 damage, a good start. To see if we'll get you to spend it, we'll stop your brace.
So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to
Use electronic countermeasures to spend the brace. Okay, so brace down to 3.
Brace down to 3.
Did you want to redirect that?
I guess I can I not?
Yeah.
So I will direct it. Actually, I'm going to direct 3 of it
Send all 3 to the starboard.
to the starboard shield.
Alright. Alright, then just a little opening shot into your numbered Star Destroyer. Red, blue, double black into the front. Wow, okay.
Nice shot.
And I'll stop your brace.
And I'm definitely
You can use electronic countermeasures on that, yep. So brace down to 2.
And that's on the front, and I'll shoot. So brace it and move around.
Probably to the starboard again, I'm guessing. Alright, Woody Hayes does not play subtle. He's ready to get up in the face of this Kulite. So, using my nav dial to get an extra click at the 1 and take evasive extra click at 3. Staying at speed 3. Moving right up underneath the nose. We want to just tilt him up just slightly. There we go. And then since I did refresh my Spa cannon, I can place a token again, which I will be doing. This will be out of the port arc. We're just going to keep it right like so. It's out of the port arc. Just so you guys can see it. And that's where the ignition token is for next
I
round.
do is engineering, right?
Yep, so you have it is a concentrate fire dial that you revealed. He does have an engineering token if you want to spend it. If you spend it, you won't be able to refresh your electronic countermeasures for next round.
When do I refresh it?
At the end of the round.
At
So
the end
basically, you
of
have to hang on to it until the
So,
status phase of the
I'm
round.
going to spend it. Because all I have is shield damage. So I'd get 2 shields, or just, one shield I can repair.
One shield you can repair.
So I'm going to spend it.
Okay, get 2, half, and then repair a shield on your starboard side.
Yeah.
And you've got right in the front of your missile launchers. Ready?
Yeah, and there's nothing else. Yeah, I can't get to the side.
Yep.
There's just a
Yep,
big front
ready
front
to
shot.
blast away.
And there's no other range on anything else.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep,
let's
yes.
go ahead and.
Alrighty. Here it comes.
Okay.
Woody Hayes is ready to receive. He's not afraid to take a hit.
Okay. I get to reroll some dice here.
Yep. And then did you want to, first you need to decide your
Yep.
intel officer.
Yep. So intel officer, I will tap him to.
And what if I spend it, do I have to discard it?
Yeah. I think. What are we looking at here?
Right now it's 6 damage.
Yeah.
But you can reroll up to 2 black dice to try to get your black crit to go off if you want.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna use the intel officer for your brace. Yeah, I can
Okay.
throw a blue out, but I'm just leaving it. So.
Okay, so brace is intel, so if I use it, I have to discard it.
Right. And then I.
Now, do you want? I would recommend adding in dice first before you start rerolling.
Oh, okay. So start.
So
Well,
you can add in 1 die
before I
of
do
any
this
color.
too.
Yes.
Okay. So 1 die of any color. Ooh.
Yeah. Because you have every color in your dice pool to start.
Yeah. So I'll do a blue one.
Okay.
That gives me the blue one I can reroll. I don't know if I'm. Well, I'm going to be able to reroll 2 black dice.
Now you don't need a leading shots.
Yeah.
My recommendation would be to add in a black dice.
Yeah, I was about to say I don't need it.
Because you're getting
Yeah.
free reroll with the black dice anyway.
Yeah. So here goes the black dice. Okay.
Alright,
it's
now
a
you
good
have
thing.
2 blank black dice, and you can reroll 2 black
I
dice.
do that now
Yep.
before anything else.
Yep, before it's experts.
So I'm trying to get that black.
You want that crit.
No.
Now you can choose, because you didn't get the crit you wanted.
Yeah.
Did you want to spend one of your blue dice to reroll any number of dice?
Yeah. So I mean, it's almost tempting to blow. Because right now, what are we looking at? We're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And if you want me to burn my brace, I'm going to brace it down to 4, unless you choose just to lock it down.
Yeah.
Kind of waste the intel officer, but it means I take all 8.
Yeah.
So,
But I was thinking about doing that one. Because redirect, you're gonna get rid of it,
probably.
so it won't be there anymore.
Yeah, stopping my contain isn't going to be beneficial, because it's not going internal.
Yeah. So I need the only way I can get an internal is.
If it'll go
That's
internal
right.
is if you get the crit, or if you stop my brace with the accuracy,
Yeah.
then it will go internal, because I'll burn this. I only have 7 shields I can burn it on, and then I will
And then you
take 1 face down, because I will then spend the contain.
Right. So. Okay. So. Yeah, I think it's worth. Oh man. Yeah, it's worthwhile to take
Take the risk.
So I'm gonna go ahead and. So I burn this one first, right?
Yeah, so you pick which one you want to burn. So you want to keep the accuracy, and then you can reroll any number of dice.
Yep. And
So-
just pray that this doesn't.
Well, with the burning, you're now down to 7. It's still bracing to 4, so that's still the same difference. So now you just hope that you get 7 or better damage on the black dice to make it worthwhile. And the assault concussion missiles will really make it worthwhile. So, yeah, that's kind of almost a wash.
A wash,
in a way.
yeah. It is. Okay.
All right. Well, what do you want to lock down? My contain's worthless because I can't stop your assault concussions.
Right. So I'm not going to do that. That, if you half it,
It will brace to 3.
it breaks to 3, and then that would stop the internal from happening. So really, I want to do this. Because if you can only go to 1 shield.
Because you're gonna assault concussion me on the sides.
1, 2, 3,
4, 5, 6.
6.
So I will actually take it all on my front shields and my port shields
Yep,
with
you
burning
did all
or
on the
redirect.
shields,
So.
you did that.
It's almost no matter what you do, I can take it all on the shields.
Yeah. Well, but then that's gone.
Yep, that'll be gone.
And
spoiler alert, I am gonna be salvoing you.
and then, but if you do that, that'll be gone.
Yep.
I actually don't mind that being gone.
Yeah, if you lock down the salvo, it could be one of those that force me to burn.
Yeah, whatever you do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, because I really don't mind which one you do. If you do both, yay.
Right.
So, yeah, let's lock down the salvo.
Okay. So with that choice, then I am going to burn the brace. To brace it down to 3. I'm not going to burn the redirect. So now to this apply damage step. This is where you choose what crit you want. So you want to do your assault concussion missile crit.
Yes.
Right. So both of my side hull zones from where I got attacked take a damage. And then I take 3 damage on the front. Front shields go down to 1. Port shields are down to 2. Starboard shields are down to 1. And my brace is gone.
Yep.
And no silent.
So taking the best worst decision I can make is this. And I hope you're not screaming at me up there in Canada saying, "Why are you doing this?" But
Then
I think
and used Oslo to speed up.
yeah, I used Oslo to speed up.
And I'm pretty sure we're good, but just to make sure, we'll go ahead and place it down. I don't think our shield dials will touch.
No, there's too much space.
Ship's passing in the night. It's like an old school broadside going on here. You want to pick up that the marker tool while I hold these down? Perfect, there you go. Well, you've aided my ignition shot for next round, that's for sure.
Oh, you can't shoot. Oh, that's right. It's on the wrong side.
Yep, it's on the wrong side. We'll go with James Dordnitis. It is a navigate, which I'll be using, but first, got a close range, front to rear from my SPA T cannon, close range. Then an obstructed shot, medium range, side to rear as well, which will just be 1 dice, red or blue, and just for a little pot shot.
Okay.
Alrighty, so a shot into the rear. You got 2 shields there.
Yes, I
You
do.
get 5 blue and a black.
Very strong shields.
Yep, and the only damage you have so far is on your starboard side. I think is just 1 shield currently.
Come on, accuracy me to death. Accuracy me to death. No, that's a great attack.
Wow!
That is
Oh
a
my
great
gosh!
attack. Oh my goodness.
I got lucky there. Well, what I am going to accuracy, because your electronic countermeasures are spent, so this will matter. But I'm actually okay for next round if you burn stuff. So I'm going to accuracy your green redirect.
Okay. And there's nothing else coming right now, right?
You'll have 1 dice coming after this. These are the last shots for this round.
So I can see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I burn this down to 3,
You'll take 1 on the hull if you don't burn the redirect.
and the hole I can contain it.
Contain it so it won't crit. Yeah.
So 2 shields.
Or you could burn the redirect and drop your back and port shields. It'll be the same difference, but you still have your brace for next round.
I think keeping brace too. Man, it's 6, so 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's the same difference, but then I don't have all the shields. Oh, yeah.
Well, you're not going to be able to use them if you don't.
Yeah, I know. If I don't have
Next
it.
round, so I mean, keep brace with it. So
Okay. And hardened bulkheads don't do anything else. Do they?
Yeah, that's just for ramming
Yeah,
purposes.
it really doesn't do anything. Yep. Okay.
that's somewhat what it's called.
Yep.
So just gonna burn the redirect.
Yep. I'm gonna burn the redirect, and I'll put 3 on the side shield,
Okay.
and I'll contain.
So make it a face down. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So 1 face down, and then I can add a blue or a red. I'll just go ahead and add a red. See if I get lucky.
Yep.
So an accuracy.
Very critical accurate.
Very accurate. But the important thing is that did a lot of draining on your shield. Use my nav dial to slow down to 2. Get an extra click at the 1 from my dial. Move in like so. And unfortunately, I did actually land on the asteroid. I do not get to do my spot cannon because it's not refreshed. I was saying off camera I was a little bit out of position for the synergies I needed, so it's probably going to be a couple turns before I get to fire one of those again. That's okay. But I did take a crit because I did land on that. Injured crew, discard one of my defense tokens, I'll get rid of my contain. Because you have assault concussion missiles, so it's
Sure.
gonna, yeah. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, it's engineering for the Gazanti. I'm sure you're gonna token that over to your
Yeah.
Kuat, because so we can refresh your electronic countermeasures.
Yeah. Wow. Holy,
Holy gears, that man.
yeah. Okay. The Gazani's gonna keep going the same speed it's going. And it's sitting there going, where'd everybody go?
Right. This is the kicker after the kickoff, or the punter.
Yeah.
He's like, whoa, okay.
Guys.
About to run into some linebackers here.
So thank goodness the Gazanti just happens to be close enough to that guy to give him an engineering token. So
Yep.
he does. And then he locks in here and goes here. That's all I can do. Unfortunately, it's just not good at all. It is not good. There's no way out of that, is there? Unless I speed it up to 2. Can I speed it up? Oh no, I'm okay because I'm out of the arc. Okay.
Yeah, you're not in the spot art. You'll just take some 3 red dice, which you have scatter. So yeah. Yeah.
I just not getting anything for that.
All right. So squadrons. It's going to move on to squads. So first,
The Exodus.
Exworth attacks. So
Yep, so by the way, we actually have some names on some of the other side too.
Yeah.
So we decided to name the XRs because we like just basic, simple names. One's named Tom, and the other one's named Brady.
simple names for a simple person for simple Exogors.
So
One's
Tom,
on the same team, right?
so Tom's going to take a big bite. Yeah. One. They work together almost in unison as like, and they sort of
Play balls.
They lead the way.
Yeah.
Oh, instead of deflating balls, they like deflating ships.
And also, you know, these are good spy Exogors.
Yeah.
The Empire uses spy Exogors as opposed to Bothans.
Right. So first, Tom. Tom gets 1 hit.
Okay. And Brady has 3 health left. If you get 3 hits, he's dead.
Does Brady get lucky? Brady
Oh,
gets 2.
down to 1. Very close. Start of round 3. Buster refreshed both of his electronic countermeasures, and I was able to refresh my parts resupply. Unfortunately, my spot T's are not refreshed because I said my efficiencies are a little lacking right now, and none of my consular stuff has refreshed either. I've got to get my efficiencies up. I have a choice. I've got a nice double arc shot into the rear, no shields from James Laurinaitis, obstructed from the maneuvering of asteroids and Exogors, but still only 10 health remaining. But Buster still has a brace. Because if I don't kill this, though, and I decide to go with Laurinaitis first, Eddie George is in danger. You see that right there. All Buster has to do is do 8 damage, and then I die. So, and you guys know what a Kuat can do. So, I have to decide whether I want to get Laurinaitis with the Mercy Mission, or not Laurinaitis, but Eddie George with the Mercy Mission out of harm's way, or do I want to let Laurinaitis do what he does as a linebacker and just put a big hit on this lineman right here. Alright, we are going to go with Laurinaitis. It is a navigate. I'll be using that dial. Also using a Bale engineering token to get an engineering dial to heal my damage card that I took from landing on the asteroid. And I will have a double arc, side to rear and front to rear. Buster has 1 shield on the starboard side he can redirect to, and he does have his brace still, which is key. 10 health remaining. Can Laurinaitis do? Alright, so we are going to start with the side shot. 2 black, a blue, and a red. It is obstructed, so I will take out the red. Okay, and then I will go ahead and Ordnance Experts. Wow, okay.
Yeah.
So 5 damage.
Wow. I got 1 shield to take it on.
Yep.
He's still got the big guns down.
Yeah, we still got 5 more extra roll.
It's actually going to be 7, because that external Rex, and I'll be using that on my front shot. So I'll be able to add 2 extra black dice.
Yeah, I mean, Almost got a brace. It's almost like I'm about to burn off a brace there. I almost got to do it.
This turn you might. I'd say you're probably using everything.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and use the brace.
Brace
And
3.
I'm going to redirect.
Redirect 1 on the shield, and then you're contained, so they're both face down.
Contain.
Yep, so 2 face down, 1 on the shield. Alright. It's now time for the big hit. 3 red, 3 black. It's obstructed, so take away red. Front to rear. Unload torpedo tubes. Oh my gosh. I'm getting... Well, you're going to be able to brace it. I didn't get any and you don't even have to worry about your electronic countermeasures.
You still got another.
Yep.
You guys come in.
External Rex.
Ouch.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, well, my dice are going hot.
Yeah.
Then
Wow.
leading shot, or not leading, Ordnance Experts.
Oh, good. Okay.
Alright, it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 damage.
So, race it down to 5. Got 2.
Yep, so you do need to take 2 face down from the first shot.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And then it'll just be 5 face down that you burn, you brace and redirect, or brace and contain.
Goes away. There's no. I have to contain it.
Unless you want the crit.
I
Which I,
want the crit.
yep.
So it's 5 more.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Almost there.
Yeah, 2 health remaining. Didn't quite get ya.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yep.
Oh wait, 8. 1, 2,
Oh, 3 health remaining.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Yep, that's right. Alright, very good. It's a lot of bad decisions to make here, unfortunately. But I'm going to slow down to speed 1. It's the best of the worst. So, getting an extra click from the dial. Yeah, so we do ram, but I go back to 0. So it's just 2 face down, or 1 face down on each ship. And not landing on the asteroids in the Exogorth. Which is something.
Actually, it's better than
No crits. So there's a lot of there's no way I can maneuver, guys. We did all the checking without ramming. So
And he couldn't ram me.
yes, and I was trying to ram the Star Destroyer, could not get the
You
engineering.
did it first, right?
Yep, do that first.
Yep, engineering, and I have 4 engineering things. So it takes 3 to get rid of a card, 2
Correct.
to shield.
Yep. And 1 to move a shield. You have 3 shields on the front.
Oh, I do have 3 shields in the front?
Yep.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm touring here between shields or hull points. Seems like shields. It's a no-brainer, right? I can still move shields around. So it seems like I got a broadside here, and I got a rear to rear shot, and a side to side, or really a rear to front.
Rear to front.
And a side to side. Do I have a? Oh no, I'm out of the arc. So I want to go ahead and put both shields on the side. That's between me and this ship right here.
Yep, so you can just transfer these
Well, no,
down to
no.
1.
Well, no, I'm going to
Raise.
raise them.
Oh, you can only raise, just raise 2. Okay, gotcha.
Raise 2.
Gotcha.
I'd
Alright.
rather have more shields.
Right. Yes, that makes sense. Absolutely.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, so that's done. And I don't have to declare what my speed is yet because I'm shooting part
Yes.
of the ship phase. So I will shoot
Pretty sure.
front arc
Front,
there.
yep, try to
and
kill.
Then we'll see what happens after that.
Yep, alrighty. Yep, and the contain is worthless.
Oh, that's right.
Because it's
Well, depends. It should be worthless,
Yep.
but we'll see. Oh gosh,
You would.
almost.
see, this guys, it's Eddie George. Nope, you can't tackle Eddie George. He's Heisman. You just can't tackle Eddie George, man. You just can't do it. Look at him. He's dodging and weaving. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, Buster. That was actually
That was horrible.
odds are you should be able to one-shot the console arc. Because they.
So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have.
It's
to
not
leave.
over yet, though. Yeah, this is certainly not over. But right now, it's redecide Intel Officer. Will you force me to burn if I spend it?
Yeah. So yeah, let's go ahead and use the intel officer on this one, and the contain doesn't matter
Right.
probably, so I'm not gonna worry about that. The reroll. I really don't care about the reroll. Let's just go ahead and intel officer.
The redirects.
The redirect. Okay. So what do you have there? You have 2 shields.
Two
And how many
shields.
inside?
4.
So it's
You need
6.
8 damage to kill him.
Good. Yeah. No, just
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
8 damage. And right now we're setting at 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. We're halfway there. I haven't used this to lock anything down yet.
Yep. And like Rob said, you have any shots for rerolling any number of dice and ordnance experts to reroll that.
So I can do ordnance experts first, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Just to see what you
So
get on the
let's
black
do
die.
the ordnance expert. Maybe I can get lucky and get a hit crit. Hit. That's better than.
And actually, this is counting as 2 damage going on my shield, so it's actually 1 less shield I'm getting. So because you have this, because of assault concussion, it says you only need 7 damage to kill
Right.
it.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay. And so then I'm burning this.
You roll the reds.
You roll the reds. Yeah. What are the chances of rolling 3 blanks again?
Can't happen to that.
There we go.
Well,
I got it.
I have a chance to survive.
So
So I'm burning my evade to reroll. Have you reroll both of your doubles.
you can do 2 dice. Okay,
Yes,
burn.
because you're larger ship than me, I can have you do
Roll.
2.
Survey says. Oh, well done.
Got lucky.
Yeah.
So no assault concussions now. 5 damage. I'm definitely redirecting that. And no crits actually. So I'm actually have to burn this because it was intel. So I'm going to take it on my starboard and my front shields and take 1 face down. You're right, Buster. It takes two rounds to get.
Yeah,
I thought for
yeah.
sure I was dead. I
Yeah,
thought for sure I was
me
dead.
too, me too.
So
That reroll was key. Right?
no, the reroll was very fortunate.
Yeah.
And yep.
And then, do you want to take your side shot then
Yes.
into Woody Hayes? Go after Woody
2
Hayes.
black, red and blue.
I have 1 shield there, and the side that's taking the shot has 2 shields for the return shot, if he does not lock down my salvo.
Okay. Here goes nothing. Oh, now there.
That was
Now
a
that's
great
good
shot.
roll. That's what I'm. That's.
So this is actually going to do a lot more damage than, because you got your assault concussions, because you did not use them on the last shot, because I stopped it. Nothing to be done there, unless you wanted to. Well, there's no reason to try reroll.
No.
So.
No.
Yep.
Rerolling is not work.
Yep. I'm not even going to bother doing the contain because I'm not going to do it. But redirect and salvo. So that was. So first I have to take my damage. So that's going to be 6 damage. The first thing is, are you do assault concussions?
Yes.
Alright. So my front and rear take a damage. Front shields go down to 0, rear shields go down to 1. Then I have to take 6 damage, redirecting. So I can only redirect 1 now. So I take 4 face down from that hit.
Wow.
2, 3, 4. 5 damage. I'm going to Hayes. They take 9. The progenitors of the Star Destroyers, actually. And then salvo back, 1 of each color.
Oh, okay.
It's actually
I'll take it.
kind of mediocre.
So I just take 1 of the shield.
Yeah,
No, wait to make sure he doesn't have anything.
I just want to see if I want to. I'm going to go for broke because 1 try to get 2 on you. Nah, just 1.
1.
Yep, just 1 on the shield. So actually, it was not bad at all.
Using Commander Ozil, I accelerated to 3, and we think we're going to miss the asteroid field easily, but I land right on the debris field.
Yep, should just be taken on the front shields, I'm guessing.
I'm actually going to take 1.
Well, they have to be in the
both
same
front.
location.
Yeah, they're going to both be on the front
Yeah.
because I want that side,
You want that side shield anyway.
so I can use front or side depending on where the.
Right. All right, Eddie George, after expertly dodging all of the attempts to get tackled on the field, is now going to give a stiff arm as he leaps over this defender. It is an engineering, which I'll be taking a token, and then I will be using my Bale nav token to give him a nav dial, which I'm going to take a token from that. And basically, just those tokens are going to be to refresh my my clone nav officer in my munitions resupply for next turn. Trying to plan ahead here. But first, I do have a double arc, side to rear and rear to rear, into the Star Destroyer. And the Star Destroyer does have 1 shield on the starboard side and an exhausted redirect. All right, we are going to start.
Let's get over here.
Actually, you have a redirect.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm actually going to start with a small hit first. 1 blue, rear to rear. For a crit.
Wow. So I must have to redirect it. I mean, it's not going to matter. I mean, well, the thing is, the big shot's 2 dice. Yeah, and so those 2 dice, where are they going to come from? What are they going to do? Yeah, I mean, you got to use it now because the 2 dice you can get a lock.
Yep, and lock it down anyway. Yeah.
So let's use it while I can.
It's up to the shield, so no damage on the hull. Now for the side to rear, blue and black.
Yeah.
Oh, can we get 3 damage on the die? We do not. It's a whiff. You picked the right one, and have no means to reroll. Nope. Alrighty, got lucky. So going to speed forward. Just doing a little sidestep here. I will be landing on the Exegorth, but no big deal. And the asteroid, that's also no big deal.
Oh, is that 2?
That's 1.
Be 1 damage on a shield, which I'll be taking on my port side.
That's the extra?
Yep, that's the Exegorth, and then 1 face up from the asteroid. Crew panic. Before you reveal the dial, must either suffer damage or discard the dial.
Yeah, let's just do a red and a blue.
Alright, well, what's your dial here? We got
The dial is engineering.
engineering.
Yeah,
Do any,
real quick, I have nothing to engineer, I
you
think.
do have shields on the starboard side that are down. You can raise 2 shields to max it out.
Is there anything over there? There's nothing.
Nothing over there to attack you. No, so you just take the token.
Yeah, I'm taking the token for now. 'Cause
Yeah.
I may need
For
it.
electronic countermeasures, maybe. And then he has got a medium range shot, front to rear and side to rear into Woody Hayes. Side shots.
Okay.
You guys know Woody Hayes has 4 health remaining, 2 shields on the port side. Here we go.
Yeah. So I don't think I want to use my intel
Intel
officer
officer.
at this point.
I'm not going to use that.
Yeah. And there's nothing else I can do. Bleeding shots not really well. And nothing else. So yeah, that's what stands. So do to it what you will.
Alright. Burn my redirect. I'm on the shields.
Okay.
So no damage. But now it's just see how hot you can roll.
Okay. So now it's 3 red, 2 blue.
Yep. I probably should have activated him first before I did the consular. But
I'm surprised you didn't.
yeah,
But then the consular would have got his.
get hit from 2. Yeah, it was one of those that happened.
Good.
You actually got me.
Yeah, I got you. There's nothing you can do about
Nothing
that.
I can do about it.
You can't contain the crit. And I'll just stop that salvo from happening. And
Alrighty.
that's it.
Yep, exactly what you need.
Yep. And slip in here. Precision, Imperial flying. Lots of room. I hit the asteroid, which is not a problem. We high five. Good job. I'm coming in for cleanup. And he goes, thank you, as he limps off, streaming all sorts of debris.
Yes, exactly.
Fires, well, as they do in spaceship.
Taking a face up. The face up card is, be something cool. Choose and discard 1 of your defense tokens,
Ooh.
then flip this card face down.
On the shields, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Or you do it. Don't do contain.
Yeah.
Alright, well, mistakes were made. So we will go with, see if we can't, still half a game left. So we've got Archie Griffin, it's an engineering, taking a token. I thought he would actually have taken damage. I was expecting him to land on something. So taking an engineering token. And I do have a long range rear to rear into the wounded Star Destroyer, 2 reds, which I'll have to take down to 1 because it's obstructed. See if we can get some more damage put on that wounded Star Destroyer. Alrighty, 1 red. See if we can put some more damage on this guy. Nothing. There's a gun. Alright, moving at speed 2.
Oh yeah, you never get to move.
So it's just-
Why do I have 2 ships left?
Yep.
Yeah, they are.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
So Oswald has a maneuver. I'm trying to think. Does he stays at 4 just because it's fun. I tell you, flying speed 4 on a ship with high maneuverability is fun. He's making a wide left turn.
Alright, then Gazanti.
Oh yeah, Migazanti, I think he's out of range of everything.
No, yeah, no need
But
to
we're gonna give it a shot. He's gonna shoot, but I'm just curious if he needs to give
Maybe
this.
double. actually on the console.
He does
It's
actually.
not maybe, it is.
Yeah, he's got a double
Well, I
armor
couldn't tell
counselor,
distance.
but he's got nothing to give his mechanical to, so he'll just take the token.
Just hang on to it.
Which you can do that.
Yeah. For now. He always gives it up later if he's still alive. And he'll double arc the focusing so hard.
Yep. Side shot.
Oh,
4 damage.
a hit.
Then front shot. And that's dead.
Oh my, really?
Yep. Only have 2 health remaining.
You can't do anything to stop it. Now he's like,
Because I think it could.
Yep. Gazanti getting the kill.
wow. Okay. Is the Gazanti the 3 after the Gazanti has destroyed the deep threat, the long ball, and they're trying to get out of here. They're like, we're going home. Take my ass.
We did our jobs.
All right, and that's it for the ship phase. So now we're in squadron phase. We've got an Exegor to make an attack.
Oh,
See if-
yeah.
Gonna get 1 damage.
3 dice to do 1 damage.
Yeah, if they've missed before, how hungry are they? Did Vader starve them long enough? Vader, starve them. Yes.
And it gets eaten.
Crunch, 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 crunch.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Alright, and then you get to move
Very
these
tasty.
obstacles.
You use your own asteroid to shoot through.
Yes, I can. Yeah, it keeps the. Well, I'm out of the front arc.
Yeah.
Can I get to there from here? Yeah, I can't get there. So all I can do is.
Yep.
I just want to make sure that's directly between.
Oh yeah, that's definitely blocking.
Just watch where you're going to go.
And then. Actually, I can extend this now. Oh no, it's going to matter.
Do exoscopes.
Oh, actually, I can put it right here. There, and that
Obscures, right?
obscures
Mhm.
that. And then this Exarth.
Don't put it in your way.
Yeah, I know. I don't want it in my way. Although, I'm trying to think.
It doesn't add any more.
No, it doesn't anymore. I can put them both in the same one. You know what I'll do? I'll just close this out.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Alrighty, so that's it for round 3. We'll be back at the start of round 4. Alright, start of round 4. And with my squads, I'm just moving them away. They're pretty ineffectual right now, especially in this battle. I don't want to give any more points. I don't know if I can kill anything else. I think because he's going to survive here, and I just don't know if I can catch anything. So I think it might be best for me just to avoid and just keep it as low points as possible, but we'll see. I might decide to try to turn into something. Alright, we're going to go with Archie Griffin first. It's a navigate. I'm just going to take a pot shot at the Gazanti, just to maybe I can get lucky and lock down maybe the scatter, because I am going to get blue and a red. So we'll see what happens. Alright, so it's 2 blue and a red, 2 red and a blue. I'm taking out a red, to see if I can get an accuracy and maybe get some damage. No, 2 damage.
Okay.
We got a scatter and a...
Scatter it, right?
Yeah, and a scatter and no damage.
Got the Exarth in the right spot.
Just doing a little side thing, like so.
Got blasty. I'm going to use the blasty on my shooting. You guys are going to make me use all these technical terms here.
Concentrate.
Concentrate
You
fire.
want to use blasties, you use blasties.
Yeah, you're...
Okay, right, go for it.
Just 1 shot.
Yeah, just one shot. And so, what, one blue die?
2 blue.
2 blue.
Because you got concentrate fire.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. 2 blue. So
We can just do it here.
Okay, so first one, and it's going to go into your side shot. Yeah. Into your side. And I'll go ahead and use concentrate fire for the second one. 2.
2 hit. I'll use an evade, have to reroll one of those. 2 hits still, so I'll just brace and redirect. Send it to my front. Oh, it wasn't into my front?
No,
No,
side.
Side, yeah, so into my front. Alright, then moving speed 3.
Yep, moving speed 3, and I think I'll keep moving speed 3.
Coming in 3, yes.
It's gonna be a chase. See if I can run you down before the end of the game.
Yep. I still think you got
Let's navigate. Gonna speed up to speed 2. No shots. And do I want to do this? I think I will. Not gonna give up just yet.
Those goes out of the way, maneuver. So, okay, so where are we here?
Speed 4.
Yeah, he starts locking in. Moving 4. I could have done another click, and I might have, but considering where the game is right now, there's no point in doing that. So I'll do that first.
Yeah.
So let's do the dials engineering, or fixie, as I like to
So
say.
you can repair one card, or you can put shields up. Which you want?
I'm going to repair a card. We'll wait. And do I have any shields left?
Take a shield on the front.
It takes 3 to.
Yep.
So we have a front shield to the back.
So I'm going to repair a card and front shield it up. And I could always hard break if I needed to.
Yep.
It's like, there's no way they just hit. Okay. Okay.
I'll just give it here for number 3.
Number 3. Now, we got...
Some long range shots.
yeah. So side to front and front to front.
Yep.
Let's go to the front. I mean, gotta beat him down.
Yep, so use engineering plus dial to heal his damage card and raise a shield. We got side shot first. 1 red.
One red coming in. Got 1 hit. What are you gonna do?
Did you want to intel anything on this shot, or you want to save it for the next shot?
What am I coming? The next shot's gonna be 3 red.
Yeah.
I'll save it for the next shot.
I'll just take it.
Okay. And then
Then 3 red.
oh wow. So
False.
2.
No.
I can't do leading shots.
No. Get into it.
What's your sulfur? 1 red back?
1 red back.
Yeah. I mean, might as well use the intel officer. I don't have any other use for it.
Nope.
No, we can do
And it automatically comes back.
Yep.
So I'm going to use the intel officer, and I'm going to say that if you're going to use it, you're going to hard use it because there's no way to reroll anything, right?
Correct.
Let's go with shields.
Yep, I'll just brace down to 1 and take it on the front. Put shields down to
Either
2.
way, yeah.
I mean, I guess I should have done the brace so that you would have spent 2 shields.
Yeah.
Just making sure I'm not cheating. Yep. Second and third click.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's right.
And setting in. And
Okay,
into
shields.
debris. And I'll take it off this side.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it for ships. Into the squads. We'll let Buster move the hexagorths and all that good stuff off screen. And we'll be back at the start of round 5. Start of round 5. We are getting near the end. The hexagorths and the asteroids have been moved. As you can see, one here to obstruct shots into the Gazanti, and over here to move an asteroid at the end of the round. And my squads are just vacating the battlefield, which I think I'm going to do with the rest of my fleet, because I'm pretty sure this match is now over based on how things have developed. Historical Leonidas is a concentrate fire. I'm actually not even going to bother taking the shot, because I can't kill this quad is full health, essentially. So I'm just gonna stay at speed 2 and fly away. I'm gonna take a token of the Confire and just vacate the battlefield. Yes. So after that quick move, just some discussion. Really, the game is over. We're gonna let the clock run out. And in true Canadian fashion, we're agreeing to an end of hostilities in this battle. The Battle of Alberta is going to go to Maxwell. We'll figure out the points, but it's pretty clear who the winner is. I didn't kill anything. At least I have some victory points from picking up the resources, but some really bad misplays on round 3, which I'm sure you guys saw and had comments about, I am sure. And we will discuss that in the post-game interview. All right, there we have it. The game's been called, and unfortunately, the evil Maxwell Silver side came out victorious, due in no small part to some serious tactical blunders right around the halftime. Choosing to go with Eddie George first as opposed to Woody Hayes. But it's really very clear why I made these bad decisions. I was getting a lot of bad vibes from Matt Soms. I just know that he was hating on me throughout this entire video. I'm actually rooting against me, even though it was his list. And so I'm putting all the blame on you, Matt. I'm not accepting any responsibility for myself whatsoever, just like your head coach. And so I'm just playing the role. But no, really, that was just so you guys know, the points are up on the screen now, but I got 75 from the victory tokens, then 273 for Maxwell for Buster. And yeah, that was the main, that actually lost the game for me, choosing to go with the Consular first when I had to take those shots on that weakened Star Destroyer, as opposed to go with my weakened Venator to get him out of range and just out of the fight. And my intention was to go with the Venator first, but I just got ahead of myself. I just completely saw I had shots on Buster Star Destroyer, decided to take him, and I shouldn't have. And I should have just waited, because I could have done that at the end of the round. It would have made no difference whatsoever. The only shot coming in from your Star Destroyer onto him would have been 3 reds obstructed down to 2, and you wouldn't be able to kill him with that.
Right.
So that was just me. It's important, guys, just when you're playing, any tactical game, just to take your time and think about what you're doing. Don't get ahead of yourself. So, Buster, thoughts on the match?
Yeah, I tell you, wow, that was close. The first 3 rounds were all the action.
Yes.
Seeing my one Star Destroyer in the kill box between those two. Wow, that was, and at one point, my Star Destroyer actually had an enemy ship on all 4 sides.
Yes.
That was very scary, but it was a Star Destroyer, and that's what you got to remember. Star Destroyer can take a lot of damage.
Again.
And the brutal simplicity of the fleet, where your choice is, do I use what's the actual
engineering?
Engineering
Or concentrate fire.
Yeah. It's engineering or concentrate fire, or blasty and fixie, as I like to say. So, that's it. And as I look at it, they're pretty brutal ships. They really don't need a whole lot of concentrate fire, but they're going to be in there taking a lot of damage. So engineering is where it's at. And as long as you take the engineering token and use the engineering points, as we all know in this game, 1 hit matters.
Yep.
And 1 engineering fix could be the difference between getting that last hit or dying.
Yep, and the 2 kill shots you made when you killed my Venator, it was exactly enough.
Exactly.
Yep.
And when you killed the Consular, it was exactly enough.
Exactly enough. And that's
There's no overkill.
Because very, very rarely do I see overkill in this game. Yeah, I don't know why that is, because, like I said, we can see 4 dice do 6 hits, and we can see 8 dice do 3. It's amazing.
Exactly.
You just never know. Before I forget, just I want to share the asteroids. It's not really about the Ostrogoths. Exogorths.
Go ahead.
Yeah, with this mission, it's about being able to move.
Yes,
Right.
moving them where you
Yeah.
need it to either cause damage to the enemy or block line of sight. And it took me a good turn, and Ben was kind enough to let me fix something where I messed up.
Right. Yeah.
But it's moving them, blocking line of sight, getting in the enemy's way, getting them out of your way. So there's sometimes where you want to put that creature on one that's way out of the fight, because that asteroid or that debris field is going to be where you're going.
So you can move
So
it.
get in there, get it moved, so next turn you can go through that space.
Yeah.
So Yeah, so it's all about that. It's definitely a go second fleet.
Yes.
Really, really impressed with it because there's not a good stratagem to take for the first player. It really is.
Right.
And yeah, well done on the rule simplicity of the fleet. Canadians rule A. So yeah, all I can think is oh my goodness, what is that old show from the 80s or 70s actually? Oh.
There's a lot of them.
There's an old show, all of the names are like, I want to say Small Brew or something like that, but
I'm sure
Maxwell
or Matt or Rob will let you
You'll remind me
know.
what it is, but it had the two brothers sitting in there drinking a beer and saying everything with the end of A on it. I think it was John Candy was on that show before he did anything else. That was one of his breakout.
Gotcha.
So Saturday Night Live?
It was before Saturday Night Live, actually.
Really?
They were about the same time.
Oh, okay. That was not Saturday Night.
Well, and Max, the note on your list is actually a good one. I just need practice running Republic. As you guys, those of you that have been running Republic more steadily now, know that a lot of my synergies were out of position as far as ranges and stuff. When I did deployment, I was trying to do like counter deploying to try to get Buster to go a certain direction or whatever. But when I did that, I realized that I put some key synergies with the consular. With the key I needed was my munitions resupply. I needed to be close to my detonator because that was what's supposed to be fueling my spot cannons.
Yeah.
And I had him out of range.
Mm-hmm.
Never got him back in range. And
me getting to the correct side of your ship.
yes,
Right.
yes, what was huge as well. Yeah, actually, whenever I was trying to block you, and the thing is, actually, I was trying to get close, but if I would have actually been just a little bit further back, you wouldn't have been able to actually make it around me.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And because I had him double arc with the spot and the front arc, and I think I could have actually dropped you with that shot. So it's just some overall misplays from the beginning. Just got to need to work on. I've got some of my own builds with Republic that I want to start playing, just to work on their token play back and forth to help the synergies that go on, and just practice on my ranges and my distances, and keeping my fleet cohesive. I could have just kept my mercy mission in the middle of my fleet and just, instead of trying to go off the edge and then run it back and then whatever. Anyway, it was there's some overall misplays, but the big one obviously was the choice of ship to go. Because other than that, I think the game is much closer.
Oh yeah, because I think
it was good.
I think all that would have dropped possibly would be the counselor ship, because I did have the two reds, could have got the two
Yes,
reds.
yeah,
Right.
Could have got it,
the vendor would survive.
But the Venator would have survived.
And I think it might have been just take this away, and that's our end of the game.
Right.
Could have been.
I think that's what it could have been
Yeah.
if I would have made the right activation choice. But that's just a matter of just you got to take your time.
Mm-hmm.
So guys, I just want to thank you, Matt and Maxwell, for submitting the list. It's fun.
Thank you, Maxwell.
We'll need to maybe have to do a rematch. Maybe even get Northern Hero in on this. With some massive Canadian brawl going on. And for the question for the giveaway, just so you guys know, this is the last video that's going to be out before I announce the winner on September 1st, which will be this, I think, Wednesday. I think it's the 1st. Happy Thursday. It's a Wednesday. Yep. So I'm going to try to get this out on Monday. We're filming on Sunday. Try to drop it as soon as possible so you guys get as many opportunities to win the Liberty expansion or the $50 store credit to Admiral Tater's ship shop. And for this video, the question is going to be, I want you guys to let me know, what is your favorite victory of the Buckeyes over the team up north over the past 20 years? If you don't care, you can just throw a lot of shade Matt's way. Just tell him how wonderful the Buckeyes are, how great they are, or just comment whatever you want if you really don't want to. And Matt, I really want to tell you, what is the favorite victory we've had over here the past 20 years? It's been a great 20 years, hasn't it, for the game and the rivalry? It's been fantastic rivalry over the past 20 years, I think. I think you've really been enjoying it as much as I've been enjoying it. So that'll let you win.
I think Admiral also, he's got his identification printed faux shirt on, sipping a tropical drink on some tropical planet somewhere, enjoying some well-deserved R&R.
Yes.
And a non-choked out throat.
Yes.
Yes. A little bruise, maybe.
This is an alternate reality where Oswald was not killed because he
Right.
actually did things right.
Yes.
So,
Except in the beginning,
yeah.
when he didn't listen to the debriefing. So, a small minor bruises around his neck.
That's
Let's just
right.
say that. But in other words.
All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully we can have more kind of like fun subscriber lists like this in the
Yes.
future.
Yes.
So until next time, take it easy.